In this video, we're going to review the unit circle definition of sine and cosine. Before attempting this video, just make sure you're comfortable with filling out the unit circle on your own. Alright, so the original definition, pretty much everyone learns for sine and cosine, is the mnemonic SOHCAHTOA. I relate sine and cosine to a right triangle. However, in many circumstances, there's not like a right triangle, or there's angles bigger than 90 degrees, which can happen in a right triangle. So we got to figure out another way we can talk about sine and cosine. And our new definition is this. All right, we have some angle that's in our unit circle. It's called standard position, which basically means one side's always the positive x-axis, and then we rotate from there. All right, so we're in the unit circle, and so let's say this is our angle. We have our unit circle. All right, that angle is guaranteed to hit the unit circle at some point. And that point that it hits, the x value, we call the cosine of the angle. The y value, we call the sine of the angle. So basically, when you think of the unit circle, cosine's x, sine is y. All right, so now we can answer questions like, what is sine of 60 degrees? All right, you could make a right triangle with a 60-degree angle and try to figure out all that with SOHCAHTOA, or you could just pop open your unit circle. All right, sine of 60, we look for the 60-degree angle that's here. Sine is the y value, so our final answer is the square root of 3 over 2. All right, so when you have your unit circle memorized and able to recreate it, you can find these values fairly quickly. All right, cosine of 225. In time, when you do this more and more often, you won't need to pull up the unit circle every time. You can kind of reason through, but we're still learning and getting proficient at this, so we'll look at the unit circle, 225. Cosine is the x value, negative square root of 2 over 2. All right, sine of 300, you have an idea what we're going to do. We're going to look at the unit circle, find 300, sine is the y value. All right, so if you have your unit circle memorized, you can use it, figure out these values fairly quickly, just knowing, again, the most important thing, sine is sine is y, cosine is x. All right, so here's one for you to try on your own. All right, what is cosine of 120 degrees? All right, so go ahead and try that on your own. I'll show you the answer in 3, 2, 1. All right, hopefully you know now. Just pull up your unit circle, find 120 degrees. Cosine's the x value. Our final answer is negative 1/2. All right, so here's the important stuff from this lesson. All right, we have to remember cosine is x and sine is y. And the good thing is, since you have already shown me you can do the unit circle in the previous lesson, you can use your unit circle for this practice and skill check. All right, so you kind of already practiced the complicated memorization part. This is more about using the x and y values correctly for sine and cosine.